Happening today, some federal employees in Connecticut are breathing a sigh of relief this morning after a bill was passed to keep the government funded. But now a new challenge is forming in Washington.
And Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Caitlin Nuclo is live in our studio now this morning with details of this new plan. Caitlin.
Well, Congress just passed that comprehensive spending and border security bill last night to avoid another government shutdown. But this morning, the president also plans to declare a national emergency. So what does all this mean? Well, the White House says President Donald Trump plans to sign the bill into law this morning. That will keep the government running and make sure that federal employees continue to get their pay. It includes $1.4 billion for border fencing, but that's far short of the $5.7 billion that President Trump wanted for the wall, which is why the White House says he plans to declare a national emergency at the southern border, claiming it's a humanitarian crisis. That would give the president the authority to seize property and redirect funding without congressional approval.
Taking from far less important areas.
We will not have an end run around the Congress of the United States.
Well, the Democrats are expected to oppose that today. A recent CBS News poll says 2/3 of Americans think that President Trump should not declare a national emergency. We will, of course, keep following this for you. We're live in the studio this morning. Caitlin Nuclo, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Caitlin, thank you. And Connecticut lawmakers are blasting the president's move, calling for a national emergency.
On Twitter, U.S. Senator Richard Blumenthal writes, quote, "What is happening at the border is a humanitarian emergency of President Trump's own making, not a national emergency necessitating an emergency declaration." Congressman John Larson called the president's move an abuse of power.
But he agreed to the spending bill, saying in a statement it will bring a $50 million increase in transportation funding for Connecticut, critical provisions to address the crumbling foundations crisis affecting our state, and a pay raise for federal workers. We have much more on this on the Channel 3 app.